vinegar. So you need to get somewhere. Why don't you go look at what other kind of tranny porn you like, and then send me some links privately in a message, because I love tranny porn. But that's between me and you. Don't tell anybody. All right? No game content. Blah blah blah. There's a game on the fucking screen. You came here, okay? God.
Over here.
Those. Man. That's right. See, no door giveaway, because the way that you act gets you into the door giveaway. The way that you act opens the door to the door giveaway. That's what makes it. That's what makes it. Look at these guys dancing. Look at it. They're talking about Mr. Golden Sun right now. You get what that means? That's a positivity you don't understand. You know why? Because you can't get it. Report it for Mr. Sun. You know what? You a real Mr. Son of a bitch. Report. Message lead to assist 32. You're real fucking cute. I'm surprised you can even get the numbers in order. Why you type it like this? Like this here. Message, Belipid, system, error, 132. Fuck me with a rake. Hey, like that. I can type too. Great. ASL, let's do that. Let's spam ASL. Let's do that. ASL. What's your song request? There's the door giveaway right there. You guys all won. The door giveaway is being played right now. Everyone makes mistakes, get wrecked. You spelled wrecked wrong. Wojocks. I don't know what that is. I need to know what that is. What's the song request, you white bastard? Is it NSYNC or is it Garth Brooks? What do you want, Box Ghost? Garth Brooks or NSYNC? Come on, you white bastard. Let's go. What do you want to listen to? Thunder Rolls. Thunder Rolls, Garth Brooks. That's what he said. Pretty sure. Doesn't even matter. That's what he wants to hear. You can't put links. You goddamn right you can't put links, because I'm not going to click on them anyway. You silly fucks. You think I'm going to follow a link you guys give me? Like, oh, well, we came here to fuck with this guy. Let me give him a link. He'll totally click on it. Really? 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 No. Backstreet is back, all right? Are you trying, is that like a way, do me a favor, type in lemonparty.org, right? Music from Nazi Germany. Man, into YouTube, that would be great. I would go for a good polka. Roll out the barrels, we'll have a barrel of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and 33 Screaming for, I don't know what that is. That sounds great though. I'm gonna play again. I got tired of laying on the ground. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrels. DeLorean plays game. Yeah. Yeah. Shoe on head. Why don't you put a picture of yourself with a shoe on your head? Or actually, why don't you take the shoe that you're talking about and turn it sideways, polish it up real nice, and shove it up your ass? How about that? How about you do that? How about you put, and then you could put it the rest of the way with a Sharpie, and then I'll take my guitar and just really just take it home. That's what I'll do. Oh, where are you going, Box Ghost? Why are you worried about the thread? Why are you worried about the thread? I thought we were going to hang out and listen to Garth Brooks together. Drink some Bud Light. You can drink some Bud Light? No, but I could read it to you guys. But I could read Mein Kampf, but I might struggle. at it. Oh, the purge is happening. Purge is happening. Purge is happening. These guys are still messing with me. Read Mein Kampf.
Weapons of class 4
Actually,
and
you know
lower
what?
have been authorized
Let's,
for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be
Actually
our
have a
founding
copy of Mein
fathers
Kampf right
and
here in my
America,
hand.
a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
You guys want to see it? You guys want to see the copy of Mein Kampf? It's looks like this right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read a few of my favorite parts from it. Well, you know, we're just gonna read the whole thing. The Hobbit. The Hobbit, or There and Back Again, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Chapter 1, An Unexpected Journey. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, filled with the ends of worms and oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down or eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. It had perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green with shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened on to a tube-shaped half-like tunnel, a very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with paneled walls and floors tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The hobbit was fond of visitors. The tunnel wound on and on, going fairly but not quite straight into the side of the hill. The hill, as all the people for many miles round called it, and many little round doors opened at it. First on one side and then on another. No going upstairs for the hobbit. Bedrooms, bathrooms, cellars, pantries, lots of these. Wardrobes. He had whole rooms devoted to clothes. Kitchens, dining rooms, all were on the same floor, and indeed on the same passage. The best rooms were all the left-handed side, going in. For these were the only ones to have windows, deep-set round windows looking over his garden, and meadows beyond sloping down to the river. The hobbit was a very well-to-do hobbit, and his name was Baggins. The Baggins had lived in the neighborhood of the hill for time out of mind, and people considered them very respectable. Not only because most of them were rich, but also because they never had any adventures or did anything unexpected. You could tell what a Baggins would say or any question without the bother of asking him. This is a story of how a Baggins had an adventure, and found himself doing and saying things altogether unexpected. He may have lost the neighbor's respect, but he gained, well, you will see whether he gained anything in the end. Now, if you guys would like me to continue, go ahead and press 1, 2, 3. Reported for self-harm of reading. Oh my god. I'm going to assume that's a bunch of 1, 2, 3s. Here we go. The mother of our particular hobbit. What is a hobbit? I suppose hobbits need some description nowadays, excuse me, since they have become rare and shy of the big people, as they call us. They are, or were, little people, about half our height and smaller than the bearded dwarves. Hobbits have no beards. There is little or no magic about them, except the ordinary everyday sort, which helps them to disappear quietly and quickly when large, stupid folk like you and me, mostly you, come blundering along, making noise like elephants, which they can hear a mile off. They are inclined to be fat in the stomach and dress in bright colors, chiefly green and yellow. Wear no shoes because their feet grow naturally leathery soles and thick warm brown hair like the stuff on their heads, which is curly. Have long clever brown fingers, good-natured faces, and laugh deep fruity laughs, especially after dinner, which they have twice a day when they can get it. Now you know enough to go on with. As I was saying, the mother of this hobbit of Bilbo Baggins, that is, was the famous Belladonna Took, one of the 3 remarkable daughters of the old Took, head of the hobbits who lived across the water, the small river that ran at the foot of the hill. It was often said in other families that long ago one of the Took ancestors must have taken a fairy wife. That was of course absurd, but certainly there was still something not entirely hobbit-like about them. And once in a while, members of the Took clan would go and have adventures. They discreetly disappeared, and the family hushed it up. But the fact remained that the Tooks were not respectable as the Baggins, though they were undoubtedly richer. Not that Belladonna Took ever had many adventures after she became Miss Bungo Baggins. Bungo, that was Bilbo's father, built the most luxurious hobbit hole for her, and partly with her money, that was to be found either way the hill or the hill to across the water. And there will remain to the end of their days. Oh man, I'm having a hard time here. Still, it is probable that Bilbo, her only son, although he took and behaved exactly like a second edition of his solid and comfortable father, got something a bit queer in his makeup. For the Took side, something that only waited for a chance to come out. The chance never arrived until Bilbo Baggins was grown up, being about 50 years old or so, and living in the beautiful hobbit hole built by his father, which I have just described for you, until he had in fact apparently settled down immovably. But some curious chance one morning long ago in the quiet of the world, when there was less noise and more green, and the hobbits were numerous and prosperous, and Bilbo Baggins was standing at his door after breakfast, smoking an enormous long wooden pipe that reached nearly down to his woolly toes, neatly brushed. Gandalf came by. Gandalf! If you had heard only a quarter of what I have heard about him, and I have only heard very little of all turn page there is to hear, you would be prepared for any sort of remarkable tale. Tales and adventures sprouted up all over the place wherever he went, in the most extraordinary fashion. He had not been down that way under the hill for ages and ages, not since his friend the old Took died. In fact, and in the hobbits had most forgotten what he looked like. He had been away over the hill and across the water of businesses of his own. They were all small hobbits, boys and hobbit girls, since he left. 1, 2, 3. Just sex her. 50 Shades of Trey. All that the unsuspecting Bilbo saw the morning was an old man with a staff. He had a tall pointed blue hat, a long gray cloak, a silver scarf over which his long white beard hung down below his waist, and immense black boots. "Good morning," said Bilbo. He meant it. He meant it. The sun was shining and the grass was very green. There's still what do we get? What do we... Gameplay? I can do gameplay. I can definitely do that. Oh man. Is anybody even left on this? Is anybody even left here? Okay. I don't know how to unlock the door.